I'm built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss.
Pacers were going to make the playoffs. It didn't end so well for you, brother.
If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool.
You fell asleep at the trade deadline when we had a trade to get Kyle Lowry out of here.
They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me, like, told me, keep on running toes. They gonna take
This is what we got to tell.
Every fan doing this.
I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I pay for the cost. I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Apply myself. I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I'm paying the cost. I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
Man, oh man. We've been talking about it for the last 3 or 4 days, but it's been going up in the chats for maybe a few months now. You know, y'all see the background. I'm in the gym. I got the hoodie on. I've been running. Y'all see Fast Camp. He been running. Y'all see my man Ty. He already. I don't know what he got in his hands there, but I'm gonna wait till I finish this introduction, man. For everyone that's tuned in right now, we're streaming live on Facebook, X, and YouTube. So make sure y'all hit that like button, that repost button, share it with a friend, because you definitely gonna want to hear what we got to say today. Today it goes down. We're gonna talk about who's the, you want to say it? They say the greater fighter between Floyd, TBE, Money Mayweather versus Float Like a Butterfly, Sting Like a Bee, Muhammad Ali. And I don't want to give no secrets here, but in the red corner, we got Floyd Mayweather. And in the blue corner, we got Muhammad Ali. All I'm going to say is get your popcorn ready. I'm about to sit back. We're going to start this thing off. Hold on. I see we got 2 people. But before we start this off, fellas, how y'all doing?
Doing good.
More people in here, man.
I'm doing great, man.
Okay.
Good day to go hunting, baby.
Yeah.
My man said, Terrence Crawford can't we get active? But we ain't talking about them right now. They small pups when we talking about these lions over here. So we talked about it backstage. You know, everyone, we're going to have a good, clean fight. When y'all hear me say break, y'all got to break. All right, listen to my commands. Fighters touch gloves. All right, now let's get this thing started. I couldn't find my bell. Oh. Fast Camp, it's on you.
All right, so you know what I'm saying. Topic of the discussion is Floyd or Ali. So just to come out strong real quick, aiming for the first round knockout. When you're talking about a mythical comparison that spans different eras, also a comparison that has different weight classes. There are certain things that you can't really, like, they'll never fight each other. They'll never have any like opponents, anything like that. So a big integral part about how you decide this is going to be numbers. Numbers are going to have to play a part, a big part actually, because you can't compare them. So in focusing just on the numbers, it's like this. Obviously, you got Floyd undefeated. You got Ali, couple losses, 3, 4, something like that, maybe 5. You got that part. But then let's go to, what they do in the ring. Floyd is known as the best defensive fighter of all time. He's definitely in debatable circles, at least top 3. Ali's nowhere to be found in that category. Offensively, CompuBox has Floyd Mayweather at a +30. You got Ali at a -1. So that's what, how, who's the better in the ring, offense and defense. So right here off the top, you have Floyd being, one of the top defensive fighters of all time, most efficient boxer in the ring of all time, as well as landing power shots, the best at all time. On top of that, like I said, you have the undefeated record. Then also too, you have 23. It's debatable if it's 24 or 23. So we're gonna go with the low number just to give Ali some, get them a little closer, whatever. 23 champion sport, the most ever. All right, within those 23, and this to me, this is what is gonna take it over the top for Floyd. Of those 23 champions, champions, I ain't gonna say it's easy to be, but you can be a champion and not be a Hall of Famer or not even be, a credible fighter or whatever. You can just stumble upon the championship. We see it all the time. But what's important about Floyd's champions is that I'm gonna say at least 3 of them are going to be in most people's top 10. Of the 20 fighters, you got you're gonna have Pacquiao, who's in a lot. Ironically, he's not in mine. In someone's top 10, you're gonna have De La Hoya, who has to be in the top 10, and you're gonna have Canelo, who is not in the Hall of Fame yet, but he will be in the top 10 and probably is in the top 10 right now. When you flip that over to Ali,
fast camp, can you?
Gotcha. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna say, I just want to wait for Ty to get back.
Gotcha,
I don't know what happened. It sounded like he pulled the Ali on us.
He might have hung up because he saw, what was happening. He's like, let me get up out of here.
He had to go to his camp right quick. He had to go to his corner.
Yeah.
But we'll wait till Ty get back. I mean, you touching on some good points there, But when you say CompuBox for the novice listeners, what's that?
So CompuBox is a company that focuses just on statistics in boxing. So in regard, they've been around maybe on close to like 40 years or so. And that's going to be a question. Well, that wasn't in Ali's time. They went back and they got old fights or whatever. And they, the same way they looked at the Ali fights is the same way they look at the Floyd fights and all the fights today. It's not like a live thing. It's okay. They go back and review. You know what I'm saying? And they look at tape, they look at footage, or whatever. And actually how CompuBox do as well is that they are live, but then they also go back afterwards to, cross-check, and do what they do. Now, when you look at like a current fight, they're going live and they're going back. Obviously going back, being able to rewind, pause, or all of that is basically a more emphasis. This is why they do it now. So therefore, when they weren't there for the live Ali fights, but they got the tape. So basically they got a better version. So, CompuBox is, very important. It's very important because this is how, like, when we have fights like, the Devin Haney fight and, all of that or whatever, how like it appeared that he lost. Devin Haney, Lomachenko, it appeared that he lost, but then when you look at the numbers, it's like, wow, like, this really makes the case for why, I see it.
Gotcha. Yeah. We had to do a quick commercial break. Ty, you good over there, man? Them cherries mess you up?
Yeah, I'm picking too many cherries. That's the problem. I know.
Hey, man. The folks say you distracting us, man. No eating on the show. That's what the producers say, man. But Fast Camp, he back now, so I'm gonna let you get back to it.
Yeah, I don't know how many punches you took from what I was saying earlier, or whatever, if you missed anything. But basically, what I'm saying is that, like, going into champions, I think this is really what defines it, is that of the 23 champions Floyd has fought, at least 3 of them are in a top 10. And going to be in most people's top 10, when it's all said and done, and probably currently. And when we say top 10, we top 10 of all fighters, regardless of class, not just heavyweight. So you're going to have Oscar De La Hoya, who's going to be in most people's top 10. You're going to have Pacquiao, which isn't in mine, is going to be in most people's top 10. And then you're going to have Canelo, who obviously he's not a Hall of Famer yet. He will be, but he more than likely is going to be in most people's top 10 right now. When you go over, flip the page to Ali, and you realize his only top 10s will come in an all heavyweight category. He
right
hasn't
there,
fought. Gotcha.
Oh, good. I'm gonna let you say he hasn't. I'm gonna let you finish that statement, and then we're gonna get Ty in here.
Gotcha. Only he does not have any top 10s in, all weight class of his fighters. He's fought 16 champions, 16 Hall of Famers and champions or whatever, and none of them will be in anybody's top 10 of all class. You might find one in a top 10, but I have, as I look back at it, and I'm a pretty fair dude. None of his even in heavyweight, just an all heavyweight class, none of his opponents are top 10. Good.
Ty?
Okay, so we're talking about top 10. Well, let's go with context. Okay, context on that. When he fought Oscar De La Hoya was way out of his prime. When he fought Manny Pacquiao, he waited like years to fight Manny Pacquiao. Then he had some restraints against Manny Pacquiao because Manny Pacquiao had an issue with his Cupian tour, but he couldn't take any medicine because he was in Nevada, which is Floyd's favorite place to go to because Nevada treats him like he's a king over there. But Floyd, on the other hand, got to do something that's illegal in boxing when he fought Pacquiao. If we talking about Pacquiao, always talking Pacquiao using drugs and stuff, but Floyd had to take an IV before the fight, which is illegal. But guess what? 18 days after the fight, they cleared it for him because it's in Nevada. So there's context right there. But other than that, if you talk about greatest of all times, you're talking about one of the greatest winners, talking about one of the greatest fighters. But also, when you're talking about greatest of anything, it's all about the mentality. Mentality, like I'm a dog mentality, like I'm gonna fight anybody. Unlike Mayweather, who cherry picks all this on fights. That's why I'm sitting there picking cherries, trying to be like Mayweather today. So
I knew you was up to something.
Think about Muhammad Ali. He ain't cherry picked none of his fights because Muhammad Ali, when he fought, in his fights when he fought heavyweight fighters, he had 22 of his fighters that he fought were in the top 150 fighters, and all those 22 he beat 21. The one he didn't beat was like when he's end of his fighting. But Mayweather, on the other hand, in his prime when he was good at welter, there was like 17 top fighters in the welterweight back then. He only fought 6 of them out of 17. 6. Now if we go on top 100, there's 9 welters top 100 in this time. He only fought 4. So we're talking about top fighters. I don't care about when he fought. I don't care about him fighting Oscar De La Hoya, Manny Pacquiao, and all them because he fought him after their prime. So none of that matters to me. But other than that, I'll let you go and I can continue because I got way more stuff to go. Because
all right.
Hold on. Also got an answer to when you talking about CompuBox. When you're talking about greatest fighters, nobody talks about CompuBox unless you're talking about Mayweather because you got to find some kind of way to put Mayweather in there. Because one thing about Mayweather, one thing he doesn't have that everybody else in the top 5 of your thing has, they have undisputed titles. He has never been undisputed, not once. But Ali's been undisputed, 3 times?
In a different belt era.
We got a super chat, y'all. I got you. You definitely can respond. I just got to get this super chat out the way. You know, they paying this pay-per-view over here. This ain't no top rank. Shout out to Dave with the $4.99 super chat. Best network on the tube. Hashtag R2L. Hashtag Dave's Doghouse. Go check that episode out. It dropped earlier today. Hashtag Who's the boxing GOAT? Eyes emoji. Go ahead, fast Cam.
All right, so just to rebuttal back on the Pacquiao thing. It's funny how like Mayweather don't get credit for Pacquiao, don't get credit for De La Hoya, but Pacquiao gets credit for De La Hoya, for retiring him and fighting him. Pacquiao, he fought Pacquiao, when it lined up to fight Pacquiao, and if it's has to do with like the Nevada, drug testing is Nevada drug testing. This is what it is. You know what I'm saying? If you don't, we know like you want to slide that IV in there, but we do know that Pacquiao has the years of not wanting to be tested because he was on some stuff. His Arias even said it. His strength and conditioning coach even said that he was on mess. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. Floyd fighting. Floyd didn't get any credit for fighting De La Hoya. He didn't get credit for fighting Mosley, but then Pacquiao gets credit for fighting Mosley after him. Remembering that Floyd is 2 years older than Pacquiao. So it's like, to me, it's really contradictory because it's like it's more of a hate of Floyd because he knocked off the same dudes Floyd knocked off later and younger and while they were older. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, for me, that's weak. Now going back to Cassius, right? So we're gonna go back to Cassius real quick. So it's like we talking about who he fought. He didn't fight. He fought dudes. He got his biggest fight, or his biggest win, I'm gonna say, is was it Foreman, right? Then you look at Foreman, and then you look at his career. Foreman ain't never really fight nobody. He ain't fight nobody in his time. That was the biggest fight he had. You know what I'm saying? Before, Foreman was too young. You know what I'm saying? So that same thing that we knocked Canelo for. Canelo was a pro for since 15, so he had 8 years or something like that before they fought. Foreman was too young. You know what I'm saying? He got exposed.
Okay,
you know
hold on.
What I'm saying?
Hold on. You're talking about Canelo. All right, Canelo. He because when Terrence fought Errol Spence, what was Mayweather saying about people going down in weight? What was he saying? How it drains them? What did he do to Canelo? He had him go down to what?
2 pounds. Yeah, I think it was like 2 pounds. It was a flat 50, it was 52.
Yeah. So he had him go down.
He chose to do it. Like, he wanted to hop out there. He chose to do it.
But it's like, okay, if you look at Terrence Crawford, you don't see him asking Canelo to go down. You don't see him asking the boy that got.
He had to come all the way up.
You don't see him asking those kind of questions. But you got Mayweather always got somebody either got to go down, or you got to lose weight, or like when he fought somebody, he had a catch weight, but then he came in 2 pounds overweight. So, and if you go like anybody else,
you got reference the fight. You can't say he fought somebody.
Person sloppy.
That don't count if you ain't say it. Who? You can't say it and be like, oh yeah, that's hearsay. But to get to your point about the fighting in division, what Ali ain't got is Ali ain't come up 5 divisions. So we're talking about how Ali is undisputed. Well, back then it was what, 2 belts, maybe 3. So you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? You can't compare that. And then also too, he done went up 5 weight classes. He went, but it's 2 belts. It ain't that hard to do.
You can't compare. Hold on. You can't compare. I'm about to name some fighters for you. Costa Zoo, undisputed. Zab Judah, undisputed. Corey Spink, undisputed. Winky Wright, undisputed. But
what are you saying? But what are you saying? That was trash dudes. Floyd chose all undisputed.
Wow, Mayweather was fighting. All of them.
Because that's what I'm saying. Floyd fought Zab Judah, popped him out. Floyd, obviously, we know what Floyd was doing. Floyd was fighting for the money, and he was really fighting for the WBC.
He wasn't fighting for greatness. He wasn't fighting for greatness because
he was the greatest already. Why you gotta fight for greatest when you the greatest already?
He's not.
He fought all of them.
Mentality. He got that little kitty cat mentality.
But see, that's the thing, is that it's like here, like that mentality that Ali had is why he is no longer here probably, and that he, you know what I'm saying, had to shake straight up, because you out here fighting, you know what I'm saying, he couldn't do what Mayweather did and fight for money, because money wasn't in boxing back then. You know what I'm saying? So he was smarter. So we talking about dudes, fighting everybody. What for? What? Why like you gonna fight who matters? You're not fighting anybody. You gonna fight who matters.
Okay, hold on. Fighting who matters. Okay, I'm about to name some other fighters for you. Okay, Floyd Patterson, Sonny Liston, Joe.
What about him?
And George Foreman. Guess what? They were also undisputed. Guess who fought them? Muhammad Ali fought them. But when the people I named, only person that
after 2, but not the same belts. See, that's what the era has changed. It ain't the same amount of belts.
On the whole list I said on yours was Zab Judah. He didn't fight Winky Wright. He didn't fight Corey Spink.
Winky Wright wasn't in his weight class. Corey Spink wasn't in his weight class.
He does Costa Zoo. Winky Wright wasn't in his weight class.
Winky Wright wasn't in his weight class. Come on, man.
He had a contract to fight Winky Wright.
Was middleweight.
He had a contract to fight Winky Wright.
Then he was a middleweight. He was a middleweight. He was a middleweight.
He ducked it though.
He was a middleweight.
But
Floyd never actually became an actual middleweight.
He called Winky Wright out to fight him.
Hey, look, Floyd was never a middleweight. Floyd was never a middleweight.
Okay. All right, hold on. Let's do this.
That's the fact. Like,
let's do this.
Putting all of this on Floyd. He was never middleweight. What you talking about?
But we gotta do this because I let y'all have y'all fun. Because we turned into the barbershop, and that was good. Because y'all sound like the old dudes in the barbershop when Coming to America. He whooped Joe Lewis's, you know what I'm saying? But so we gotta address this because that's the elephant in the room. Floyd picking his fights.
Allegedly.
Okay.
Allegedly.
Hold on, but I'm gonna let you address it.
Yeah.
First things first. This is how we gonna do it, Ty. I'm gonna let you name a fight that you said Floyd was ducking, and then Fast Camp, I'm gonna let you address what happened there.
Just name one.
No, you can name a few. Go ahead.
We name all of them. Can I name all of them?
Name all of them.
Go ahead. Yeah, name all of them.
Like a DMX joint right here. There was Errol, Terrence, Costa, Keith.
Hold on. We're gonna do them one by one. I know you wanted to get your you start rapping for real.
What are you talking about, bro?
Like, all right, but go ahead. Just name one, and then I want to see what
I'll name one. Costa Zoo.
This is the thing, bro. Like, we acting like we ground floor on these fights. We don't just as you seen the current stuff with Shakur and
sound like excuses.
I don't sound like excuses. That's the business of boxing. The business of boxing today, the business of boxing 10 years ago, and the business of boxing back then ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, people out here saying you Floyd, how you know you Floyd? Was you there? Or you just didn't get the fight that you saw? That's what I'm saying. Did Shakur duck Haney, or did the business get in the way? So it's like I said, I always remain good or bad. I never talk bad on the fighter, you know what I'm saying? Because I've been there or whatever. I ain't never gonna talk bad on the fighter. To sit there and say someone ducked someone that didn't want to fight, like, we don't know the business behind it. So back in the day, they fought who they had to fight. Back nowadays, just like everything else in this world, nowadays we got more of a voice. So to sit there and say someone ducked somebody, you know what I'm saying, just because the fight didn't happen the way you wanted to happen, that makes no sense. We was not there. You know what I'm saying? To be quite honest, if you ask any of the boxers, you have any of the people who fought him or didn't fought, you don't hear Errol Spence saying Floyd ducked me. You was a young dude, just like he doing them dudes now. Just like just like Errol Spence is doing youngin from Philly. Like, it's the business of it. So you can't compare those eras. We talking about who he didn't fight. Like, you can't compare those eras because it's like it's a different time. It's business. You know what I'm saying? Saying somebody like this dude been in tough fights. He like, it is what it is. Like, he fought all the greats, he fought all the tough. Just adding another one, I forgot. Pacquiao fought Cotto and he was this. Canelo fought Cotto and he was this. Both of them fought him afterwards. But it comes back on Floyd, like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, he fought him late, or he ain't fight him at the right time. That's people not liking Floyd. That just is what it is. You can't nobody on here can sit there and say someone ducked someone when you wasn't in the negotiation, you wasn't there. That's hearsay.
Well, he didn't fight him. He didn't fight him. If you're the greatest, you're gonna fight.
I know that's all hearsay though.
You still gotta fight the best.
That's all hearsay.
You gotta fight the best. You're the greatest.
But in this day and time,
who started that day and time? Floyd Mayweather started that day and time. Now you got
check this out. It was probably like 3 promoters back in Ali's time. They were all under the same banner. You got to equate for times as well. It's business that get in the way. Anybody say that someone ducked somebody in this day and age don't know nothing about boxing, because all they think they know about is what's in the ring. They do not know about what the business of it is. You can't say a fighter is scared to fight.
So now we got the business side of it out the way. Because the question is, who's the greater fighter? Right. Now we got to talk about actual boxing styles. I know they're in different weight classes, but we need to talk about the actual style in which they won their fights. So I'm gonna start with you, Ty. Why do you think Muhammad Ali was better than Floyd with his boxing style, or say fighting style, however you want to preference it?
Yeah, more heart.
Straight to the point, Ty.
Gotcha. I think he was a little dumber. He didn't have the actual ability to do what Floyd did. You know what I'm saying? Because if he had more heart, he would have landed more punches. If he had more skill, he would have avoided, you know what I'm saying, more punches and landed. So it's like heart is heart. You know what I'm saying? Diego Corrales had heart. You know what I'm saying? In that fight with heart. What heart gonna do for you in boxing? This boxing is the sweet science. This is chess. You know what I'm saying? This is speed chess. What heart got to do? Heart gets dudes rocked. You know what I'm saying? What heart got to do with anything? That's why he got rocked. A dude that was throwing left hands all night. Bam, 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 he got rocked. So it's like having heart shouldn't be a category for who's the better fight. So what do you have heart? You know what I'm saying? And Floyd had smarts, so that's why he better, because he was smarter. So
now he ran. He
huh?
ducked and dodged like he did in his fighting, like they did fighters.
Yeah, allegedly he ducked and dodges from a person's perspective, but none of the boxers, you know what I'm saying, it says that he ducks and dodges them because they actually know what's going on. Well, while you ain't never heard a boxer, you heard commentators and lamplights and all of them say that.
One for you. Okay, I got one for you. Whatever happened to Amir Khan when he on 2014?
Because the business, bro, like you still talk. What threat was Amir Khan though? What threat was Amir
Khan? You gotta let him get it. Go ahead, let him go.
2014. Floyd posted a tweet asking his fans on his Twitter page who should fight. Over 60% of people voted Amir Khan. You know who he fought on fighting instead? He fought Maidana instead of Amir Khan. And then he fought instead of fighting Amir Khan after he fought him, he fought Maidana again at the end of his career.
Yeah. But what does that prove? The business wasn't right. And no one believed that he would have beat him.
We got diverted off right quick. Hold on. We talking about fighting styles, and we start talking about Floyd running again. I know that's part of his style. That's what some people would say. But you said Ali had more heart. That's why he's the greatest to you. Now you got to break it down. I know you're gonna go into a real detail with Floyd, but you gotta tell us fighting style. Why is he better than Ali?
His IQ is above everybody, including Ali. His IQ is phenomenal. It's something like we ain't never seen and we won't see maybe for another 50, 100 years. You know, he was smart. He was the smartest, but you know what I'm saying? He was the smartest boxer in the ring, you know? And so I'll take smarts over heart all day. It's plenty of people that got heart, but you can't possess the smarts. And to say Floyd ain't got the heart, seemed like he had the heart, you know what I'm saying, when he fought, you know what I'm saying, several of the fighters that he fight, namely, you know what I'm saying, Gotti, he stepped up in there when Gotti said he gonna hurt him, and he outsmarted him. So smarts beat heart anywhere. It don't care where you go in any sport. Smart gonna be heart anywhere. So it's like that's a loss for you. That's a loss for you in Cassius. You know what I'm saying? So it's like chill out. Smart gonna be hard anywhere, and you know it. Smart is gonna be hard anywhere. You know that. So it's like what's up? Like what you say? He's smarter. He was smarter than him. He was smarter than him. He was a better puncher. He was a better defender. He was smarter. He knew when and where, you know what I'm saying, to get his punches off and all that, stay right in the pocket and get his punches off against bigger fighters. Like what you got, like, because he was tougher. He was tougher and still ain't fighting nobody.
He fought more than Mayweather did.
He ain't got name one person in the top 10 that Ali has fought. Let's just go ahead and go there with it. Name one person in a top 10, in a legitimate top 10, in your top 10. In your top 10.
I'm only top 10. I'm talking about top 100.
Come on, bro. Like, all right, there we go. The top 1. I'm gonna fit everybody in the top 100. But you can't. So therefore, but Floyd got people in your top 10 though, right?
Bruh. But
remember, I remember.
You keep talking about who he fought, but when did he fight him?
Did Floyd have people in your top 10? Okay, hold on. Did he have people in your top 10 though?
Hold on. Watch this. He fought De La Hoya 3 years after De La Hoya fell out of the daggone top 10 pound for pound.
So does Floyd have people in your top 10 though?
No.
All right. So that now the whole chat gonna know you swelling because you had Pacquiao in there. You had Pacquiao in there.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
Go look at it again.
Pacquiao in there. Top 10.
No, I did not.
All right. Okay. All right. So look, yeah, we know for a fact De La Hoya gonna be in top 10. Pacquiao gonna be in a lot of people top 10s, and you know what I'm saying, Canelo is definitely gonna be in the top 10. So if you can't admit to that, bro, you losing credibility, bro. Come on, bro. You got
Ricky,
get it. Ali, you got to stretch to the top 100. That means you're basically putting all of you probably putting half of Floyd's Mayweather in the top
9 of the top 100.
All right, hold on, fellas. Go ahead. Say what you say, Ty.
Mayweather fought 9 of the top 100. Only 9.
I can count off more than 9.
I got a question for y'all. In a hypothetical world, I know they in 2 different locations, and Ricky not here because he wasn't part of the debate, but he checked in. He said Ali created technique.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, he didn't, Ricky.
All right, but let me ask y'all a question. In maybe fight night, but Floyd wasn't on fight night. But let's say we was playing fight night, and we put these two in the ring. I don't know. Ali a heavyweight. He might put Floyd down. He might put Floyd down. I can't even ask that question. So let me ask y'all this then for the casual viewer. I know they're gonna listen to this, and if you just tuning in, you're probably like, Ali versus Floyd. Of course it's Ali. Like, why would we even be having this talk? But then if you think about it, you're like, well, Floyd got the record, Floyd with the defense. What is the best fight that you've seen from these two fighters that someone can go back to and refer to this debate and come back and be like, all right, I see where you're coming from. And I'm gonna start with you, Ty.
I've seen, like on YouTube.
Of course, it's on YouTube. I mean,
yeah. Lee. Well, let me see. Like he said, he probably would say Foreman. Be honest. Probably would say Foreman. Foreman fight.
And I agree with that.
Yeah.
Ricky, it was Sugar Ray Robinson, Ricky. But okay. It would have to be it would have to be it would have to be Canelo. For the simple fact that before the fight in the 24/7, Floyd said, see, Ricky, we can't
finish your point. Finish your point. No, he said if they was in the same weight class. I'll let you address it when you're done, though. Go ahead.
Damn, what was I going?
Canelo.
Oh, because in the 24/7, Mayweather called it. He said he's not gonna hit me with that slow stuff. And lo and behold, he barely hit him. You know what I'm saying? A person that attacked the body was coming off a crucial, you know what I'm saying, knockout and a good run leading up to that. That's why everyone actually thought that he was going to give him a tough fight. So I would say the way he stood in the pocket and picked him apart. It's hard because I like the Hatton fight too, because Hatton was supposed to touch him up. I like the Gotti fight too. Gotti was supposed to touch him up, and I like the Diego Corrales fight as well. He was supposed to touch him up, but it was as clean as he got. He like brother Nazim said, like he swam without getting wet. In that fight, that was the Matador against the Bull in that fight. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that. I think that actually both fights that we chose were pretty similar. These young lions, these young big lions were supposed to come in, and they both showed their boxing skills.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That was good. Now I'll let you both address this because Ricky actually helped me out where I was going with this. If they was in the same weight class, he said Ali would win. Ali would kill him with the jab.
Ali had longer reach, so wouldn't be fair.
I mean, that's just not something you talk about. This is not something you talk about.
I mean, we've seen someone with longer reach get put down, though.
Say that again.
Oh, yeah. Someone with the longer reach get put down.
Absolutely, but it's just like you. This is why you have to. For me, like going into this saying this is why you have to go with other things other than start getting into that conversation, because it's like it's not possible. It would have never been possible. You hear people, if they was in my weight class, I would have this and that. Like it's not possible. If what were we saying? If Ali had to cut weight and then Floyd had to gain weight, you know what I'm saying? Like what we talking about? It's like it's just not possible. So that shouldn't really be in the context of the conversation, because you can't do it. You can't do it.
And to me, just being a referee in this, it's kind of leaning towards that way, because we clearly hear what everyone says about Floyd. It goes back to him cherry picking the fights.
Allegedly.
And when he fought the fighters and the outcome because of when he picked those fights. And when it comes to Ali, boxers who like Floyd's style are gonna look and be like, why do you want to get hit? Like, okay, that's cool. You're gonna get hit in boxing, but you're not supposed to get punch drunk. Like, that's how he ended up with the shakes, right? He just standing there taking a bludgeoning, and then's like, all right, it's time to fight back. And shout out to you, Von, for bringing up the Ali movie, because that's kind of what's happening to Will Smith in real life with Jada, but this not that type of show. So I mean, that's why most people trying to kind of go that route. Because it's honestly, if they was in the same weight class, I'm not gonna say Ali would win flat out, because I've seen some punches on film where you watch Floyd live, and it looked like he getting tagged. And then when they go back and show the replay, it's just like he ain't even touch him for real. So I don't know.
It's I mean, I just would have never compared or tried to even, like you said, like you saw, I didn't go that route with that he would beat Ali or whatever, because it's just something unfathomable. You can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't do it. But like I said, statistically, you know what I'm saying? And then the measuring stick of their opposition, because if, you know, while we're speaking a lot about Floyd's opposition and the hate for Floyd, you got to look at Ali's meek resume. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, you got to stretch it open to the top 100. You know what I'm saying? To really find an opponent, but you can't put any of his opponents in the top 10. I don't care what we do. I don't care how you look at it. You gonna at least put one of those three dudes that I said in the top 10.
Not 30 years from now.
Oh, but we talking today. We talking
today. 30 years. Talking about Ali fought how long ago?
Okay.
30 years from now, you're not gonna be talking about none of those people.
Canelo's still fighting. Canelo will be in the top 10 30 years from now. Pacquiao, he ain't in mine, but he may be in some. And De La Hoya is a decorated fighter that is gonna probably remain in the top 10.
Let's choose our words when we talking about De La Hoya and decorated. All right.
One thing, it is what it is with that De La Hoya, but he decorated from the ranks up. You know what I'm saying?
I know. I'm saying, no, I respect him as a fighter. I'm just saying.
And see that, and I think that's what a lot of people don't do. They don't respect the folks as a fighter. You got Pacquiao going 7 divisions. Why wouldn't he? It's almost like you saying, oh nah, like since my man isn't, he ain't. All right, stretch it to the top 20. Do you find those 3 in the top 20 all time?
What 3 you said? Pacquiao, De La Hoya, who else?
Canelo.
Yeah.
Now give me in the top 20 of all time. Which one of
them?
Huh?
This is 30 years from then.
Hold on. All right,
so they would have been in the top 10.
I see the setup, but go ahead.
It's like, so you saying 30? So you don't think 30 years from now they'll be in the top 20? You moving the goalposts, bro?
Probably not.
All right, so let me ask you this: how is Ali and how is Joe Louis, who may be 60, is gonna be in the top 20, but yet you saying his opponent's not?
Because Ali's Ali, that's why.
And Joe Louis is Joe Louis. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like he ain't fighting no greats, but you can't tell me more than likely the best Mexican fighter, the best Mexican American fighter of all time, the Mexican and the Mexican American fighter of all time will not be in the top 20 in 30 years. But now you got to really adjust that. That's 30 years for Canelo, but what's that for De La Hoya? That's like now, right?
De La Hoya didn't fight 30 years ago. He didn't retire. Did he retire 30 years ago?
No, he ain't retired 30 years ago, but I'm saying, like, I mean, it's coming up. It's got to, what, he been out for 10, maybe 15? So in 15 years, you think he going to slide that much?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay,
you see some
man.
of these fighters now?
Yeah, I'm about to say, because you got.
I mean, if he slide, he's like George
Tyson,
George Foreman slides. If he slides, George Foreman slides. If he slides, Joe Frazier slides. So it's like, come on, bro.
Right.
Like,
You're right.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So at the end of the day, Mayweather has fought better opposition.
It's not who you fight; it's when you fight them.
Okay, so now check this out. Joe Louis, Ali 2. That was a few years, and then 3. That was a few years. So was it not the same? Was it not the same? We gonna penalize them for that? Nah. Oh, we ain't gonna do that though, because it's Cassius. Like, we ain't gonna do that.
Hey, man.
That's about Joe Louis.
No, hold on. They fought different times, right? It was spans of years. Had beating. Foreman bust Frazier up, and then Ali fought him again. So ain't that past the time? So basically, his lick back was past the time. Yay or nay? Come on, run it. Who that? The uncle says Robert is the best fighter. That's why I'm saying. I'm just saying. Somebody come up, like, come on. You say what you saying biting you now, because that's past the time, right? Ain't Joe Louis past the time?
I'm not. What are you talking about, Joe Louis?
Joe Frazier. I get them mixed up. Joe Frazier.
Excuse me.
Joe Frazier. Is that second and third fight past the time?
The third fight, yeah. Second fight, no.
All right. So he get rocked in the first one, and then, you know what I'm saying, he dropped Ali, beat him up. You know what I'm saying? Then he come back years later.
He was gonna fight him after he lost, but he lost.
But he didn't, because he probably ducked him.
He fought who beat him.
He probably ducked him.
He fought who beat him.
You said.
He fought who beat him. Because he's fighting for titles.
But he lost. And then he fought who beat him. But he lost. He lost and fought him later though. That could be seen as a duck though, right? Like, dang, that dude.
No, because everybody knows the reason why he fought George Foreman instead of fighting Frazier. Because George Foreman beat Frazier.
Hold up. So why we can't? Why that sound like cherry picking? You picked the man that beat him, but you don't get to beat the best
fight. You supposed to beat the best, aren't you? If you're trying to beat the greatest, you gotta beat the best. So George Foreman was the best.
At the end of the day, he didn't fight him immediately, right? He didn't fight him immediately, right?
Who fight who?
He didn't fight Frazier immediately, right? It's years past.
Frazier didn't have a belt.
So years passed though, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying. Like, so he ain't for him, you know what I'm saying? At the right time. He ain't got nobody.
He fights to be great. He don't fight just to fight somebody.
You want to fight somebody that knocked you out or put you on your butt.
He didn't fight him though.
Eventually, when he got older, right?
From what you're saying. That would be good.
What?
He said welterweight Floyd versus welterweight Sugar.
That's a good fight.
Sugar.
It's FYI, Ricky. I got Sugar Ray Robinson is the best.
Which Sugar? Which Sugar you talking about? Robinson.
It ain't no other Sugars.
Yes, there is. Leonard.
No, it ain't no other Sugars, bro.
Leonard.
No other Sugars.
Hey, I tell y'all this. Whenever we get this boxing show on the road, I can tell who gonna have the greatest debates, because y'all two don't agree on anything.
Nah,
y'all do. Y'all agree when it comes to like, this is the fight you need to watch. And now y'all come in with good analysis, but I'm just saying, as far as seeing fights from a different spectrum, y'all definitely doing that right now. Because honestly, coming into this, I was all Ali. Now I'm on the fence.
I get it why, but it seems like it's more hateful, Floyd, than it's actually about the substance. Because when we go in, let's go analyze Ali's choices, and it's like, dang, you realize how it's really meek up in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's like, because, and that's the thing, is that we're so accustomed to Floyd, and we're accustomed to what we're supposed to be thinking about Ali. But then go look at the fights. I looked at all of the fights that's available for Ali, and you just and it's not about his technique. I think he's the greatest heavyweight of all time, but he ain't fight nobody.
But if he's the great, hold on. That kills your CompuBox thing, because if he's the greatest heavyweight, the CompuBox is gone because he's one of the lowest in CompuBox.
Yeah, no, I personally, it doesn't kill no CompuBox for me. I personally think that he's the best heavyweight of all time. You ain't gonna give me the vote for Cassius, bro. Like, it just is what it is. Like, you know, that ain't happening. Like, I believe he's because I'm a skills guy, but there are some people who love heavyweights, and so therefore they you know,
picking them cherries, man.
Just real quick, I think that Ali is bordering with his resume like Roy Jones did. He sometimes you come up in a time where ain't nobody, and I can tell you a weight class that's about to happen, that's about to happen to, and who that's about to happen to as well. But he's bordering along Roy Jones. Super talented, but it just really was nobody there.
Okay, so fellas, I mean, we coming up on some time here. You guys, man, I would say this is good. Next time we're gonna bring Ricky in so we can have another person to kind of see another spectrum, because he's out here throwing out some good questions too, man. But this was a long time coming. Y'all said y'all wanted to have this debate. I said I need to set it up. It's here now. I think we're gonna have a round two, because I know y'all being the boxing chats heavy, going back and forth, but we just gotta get some last words in. Right now, I'm gonna say it's not a unanimous decision between the two. I'm gonna say it's a tie, but we also gonna put a poll up in the on YouTube, and we're gonna put one in the chats to see who is the greatest fighter between the two, based upon these debates we had here today, and people just doing their research. Because we just go off the debates here today, that means y'all ain't really go watch. So I want y'all to do some research as well. But we're gonna start with the last words, and because Ali was fighting in the 70s, we're gonna start with you, Ty.
Well, my last words are: float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Mayweather is not top 3.
Gotcha.
Go ahead, Fast Camp.
Hey, man. Hey, look, man. I just implore everybody out there that's in the boxing, you know what I'm saying, bringing up a kid, you know what I'm saying, in boxing. If you choosing a person to look at, choose Floyd. You know, choose someone who got skill versus toughness. Choose someone who, you know, understands the game versus, you know what I'm saying, somebody out here just fighting, you know what I'm saying, just because they want to get beat up. So Floyd Mayweather, stop hating on it. Look at the resume. Look at the resume. Look at the opponents, you know what I'm saying, and stop, really, please, stop believing what your daddy and your dad you about Ali and look at the tape. That just is what it is.
They got to listen to somebody though, because when you go back and watch some of those fights, man, you got to know what you're looking at, because you know it's a little grainy. That's the only reason.
It's plenty of fights, and really what you got to do is you got to look at his resume, and then look at, you know what I'm saying, and pick up those fights. You know what I'm saying? You pick up those fights and you can see it. Look at the resume. Pick the best up there. It's only about 4 of them. You know what I'm saying? And then go look at that fight and see what it is. You know, him fighting George Chavallo and, you know what I'm saying, Rudy Tomjanovich or whoever, you know what I'm saying, he was fighting back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like that ain't it. Fight. Go look at the, you know, if you know boxing, you know boxing.
And if you don't know boxing, keep tuning in to Refuse to Lose, because we got something special for y'all. And we got a couple boxing episodes already up, so you can go back and review. So yeah, these are the last words. What you say again, Ty? Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Mayweather's not top 3.
Gotcha.
Now one more time, Fast Camp. What you got for him?
Man, hey, everybody stop hating on Floyd.
And for me, I'm gonna just say, hey, do your homework, man. Just make sure y'all go out there and do your homework. Do your homework on Floyd becoming one of the best promotional boxers there is, and do your homework on Ali being one of the best promotional boxers, because he had the media following him wherever he was at. So when it comes to talking in front of the camera and the microphone, they both win there. And with that being said, we're going to catch y'all next time. Make sure y'all vote when we put these polls out. And come back later on, because we got CTC coming up too, Carl Talking College. Peace.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.